first thank you all for coming this evening, and it is my privilege to introduce a friend to St. Andrews, a friend to me, and Ireland's best expert. Also, the meet and greet will happen after the concert. It'll be just stay seated if you have tickets, and also it's 90 minutes straight show. There's not a break in it. So please give a good Kansas City welcome to Paul Byrom.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Where are you? Everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight you see, holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots the hole for Bonnie and Ben. Dogs that can talk and will go for a walk as the wish of William and Ben. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. You're gonna have to warm up, folks. I'm not going to do all the work tonight. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, but the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. For it's Christmas once more. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Well, it's a real pleasure to be back with you. I was only here in July, which normally I wouldn't come back to the same place so soon after being here. But you guys are different, you know. Plus, I really like this church. It's such a beautiful, beautiful setting, and they're always so welcoming and so accommodating. And anybody that can put up with me, as my mother says, stick with them, you know. So I am going to do it for you tonight. Obviously, it's a Christmas show, Christmas from Ireland, but we will throw in a sprinkling of other things, if that's okay. You know, I think if I was an Irish lad coming all the way over here and doing no Irish stuff, you know, there'd be a lot of angry people. So I will sprinkle, just a light sprinkle of other stuff throughout the show. As you probably can gather, this is not just a sit and watch. You're not at home in front of your television. This is a very much a concert that if you know the songs, please sing along. Okay? Okay? Yeah? And if you don't know the songs, please don't sing along. That'd be great, because I struggle with the words at the best of times, okay? You know, I've been singing all these Christmas songs pretty much all my life, and every time Christmas comes around, I doubt the words. So this iPad here, my best friend. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and I hope you're going to enjoy yourself. This is an old classic from Nat King Cole. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost all snippy at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Oh, it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. I'm offering a simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny, when I was a young lad, this was kind of like my busy time. You know, I started training as a boy soprano at the age of 7 years of age, you know, classical training, should I say. And, you know, up until that point, I was kind of just singing. I was always singing. I was singing along to everything and anything. And in Ireland, in the early 80s, you know, MTV hadn't arrived on our television. You know, we had a thing called Music Television USA, and there was a guy, an Irish reporter, and he was standing outside Radio City every week, freezing, you know, and he would talk about the latest hits, and then it would go to the video, the music video, you know. And I remember my first memory of that was as a young lad, should I say, seeing Stevie Wonder for the first time. And being blown away. I didn't know what was this voice and the way he performed, and he was in his long, flowing, multicolored kind of looked like a dress, but it wasn't, you know, and he had his dreadlocks down, you know, and big glasses, and he was delighted. Yeah. And then he picked up the phone on New Year's Day, and I was mesmerized. I was a 4-year-old child with white curly hair, size of a small country, and I was delighted with this guy. And so whenever anybody would come to visit our house, I would go to the phone and pretend to be Stevie Wonder, and I just call. I was like, yeah. Anyways, it was at that point I think my mother said, enough of this, we need to send him to the Catholic Church, put some manners on him. So So I joined a choir, and anyways, over the course of the next 7 years or so, I was with this same choir, and Christmas was just a wonderful period of time because we were singing all the time. And I know they've got a wonderful choir here, but we used to be in, especially around Easter, we'd have maybe Holy Thursday, Good Friday, 2 on Saturday, and then Easter Sunday. And my mother just dropped me back and forth to the church, you know. And much in all, she was very committed to me. I think that definitely tested her, you know. But Christmas would come around and they loved it because you get to sing all this beautiful music. And I think Christmas is that time of year that whether you're religious or not is almost irrelevant. It's just a very spiritual period of time. It's a time for reflection. You take time out, and the music helps throughout, thank God, because if not, I'd be out of business. So I'm going to sing something that I get asked to sing regularly at church, and whether it's singing at a funeral or whether it's singing at a wedding. Either ways, people are dying to hear me sing, you know. That was a joke, folks. That was a joke. Dying to hear me. The funeral? Come on. Wow, tough crowd, okay.
Io vedo un mondo giusto, le tue vivranno in pace e in onestà. Io sono d'anime che sono sempre libere, come le nuvole che volano. Io non monito in fondo all'anima. Fantasia, io vedo un mondo chiaro e anche la notte ben scura. Io sono d'anime che sono sempre libere, come le nuvole che volano. Io non io vedo un mondo giusto, le tue vivranno in pace e in onestà. Io sono d'anime che sono sempre libere, come le nuvole che volano.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we're going to do one more Christmas song, and then we're going to sprinkle over to the other place, you know. Well, there'll be no do-I-could-do, let me tell you that for sure. I can promise you that. As sure as Christmas is around the corner, that ain't happening. I want to hear you on this. The chorus is very easy. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping. And I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Excellent! Oh, and we finally kiss goodnight. Oh, I hate going out in the storm, but if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. This is kind of where I do my dance, but a little bit different in a church, isn't it? When we finally kiss goodnight, now I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Yeah, thank you. You know, it's funny, this is my first Christmas tour in 6 years, because back home in Ireland, I usually do this thing called pantomime. It's not a huge thing in the US, but in the UK and Ireland it's massive. And it's basically musical theatre, but with kind of a few parochial jokes thrown in. You know, it might be a joke about a local politician, or it might be a joke about something that was in the news, or whatever it might be. But it's sprinkled throughout. And every time I come out onto the stage, then, you know, I always play the villain. And so whenever I come out onto the stage, I give them the eyebrows, and the kids are booing at me and they're shouting at me, and, you know, it's great fun. You know, I have Bradley, my little dog. He comes with me everywhere, so he takes part in the show as well. And at the end of the show, we all come out for our bow. And often it has been said to me, I must be the only person that plays the villain in any musical panto that doesn't get booed at the end. Because I've got Bradley. But it's great fun. It is great fun. And so this year, though, I decided, you know, you have to do something like 82 shows in a month and a half. So it's 2 shows a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. And by the end of it, you're truly exhausted. To the point that this year I was like, I can't do this year. My knees hurt. My back's hurting. I want to go back out on tour and just sing songs to people that won't, hopefully, boo me. But in any case, what's great about it is that it's a time for family to get together. And it's one of those traditions. You know, you notice in modern times, it's very rare that a family can go out as one. And whether you have a little child at the age of 4 or 5, all the way up to a teenager, and you've got the grandparents, and they're all sitting in the front row, and they're all booing at me, you know, and they're all laughing or cheering on the hero, and it's just very wholesome. You know, fundamentally, it's very wholesome, because it's rare that you can do many things like that with the whole family, and it's a generational thing. So I've always enjoyed it. But I'd like to sing a song. I haven't done it now for a while, actually, and I wanted to do it tonight because it's a song about those little people in our life. And I don't have any children, but I know a lot of my friends have children, and lots of people here have children or grandchildren, as the case may be. And this is a very special time for them. I think it's a wonderfully magical time. I think when we get to a certain age, Christmas loses a bit of sparkle, doesn't it? So when the children are small and they're around us, it's very important to kind of enjoy those periods of time. But I'm going to sing a little song. Billy Joel wrote this song. I'm sure you heard of him, upcoming artist out of New York. And I'd like to give these guys a chance, by singing their songs. But this is a song he wrote for his daughter when she was born. And it's a beautiful song. I recorded it on my album, This Is the Moment, and I'd like to do it for you now. Although it's not a Christmas song, it's about the people that love Christmas the most. Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think you know what I've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you, and you should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away. Good night, my angel, now it's time to sleep, and still so many things I want to say. Remember all the songs you sang to me when we went sailing on a narrow bay, and like a boat out on the ocean, I'm rocking you to sleep. The water's dark and deep inside this ancient heart. You never will be far from Good night, my angel, now it's time to dream, and dream how wonderful your life will be. Someday your child may cry, but if you sing this lullaby, then in your heart there will always be a part of me. Someday we'll all be gone, but lullabies go on and on. They never die. That's how you and I will be. Thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse me, you don't mind the product placement, do you? I was always told if you're going to drink out of something, make sure it's your own. Anyways, so yes, Lullaby, lovely, lovely, lovely song. I'm going to sing another couple of songs from other albums that I've done, if you don't mind. I recently did a song. It's the first time I've ever done a single. Okay, so I've always released albums, and this year, a guy came to me that I'm working with, a guy called Chris Cole. Lovely, lovely guy. Young guy. He's very cool and handsome and plays the guitar, and he's just, sitting there giving it all of this, and he says to me, Paul, and he's very kind of chilled out, like talks really like, just, why don't we just like release a single? And I was like, oh, is that not what young people and cool people do? Because I'm neither of those. And he says, let's just like record a song and see what happens. Try something different than anything you've done before. And I was like, okay, I love change. And so we recorded a song, and I was kind of conscious about wanting to record something Irish. I always love recording Irish songs. Sadly, this past week, we lost one of our great songwriters and singers, a man by the name of Shane MacGowan from the Pogues. And does anybody know Shane MacGowan? Yeah, a few people. Of course, you probably know his music more than the Fairy Tale of New York, the song The Fairy Tale of New York, that was his. And of course, Sinead O'Connor died earlier in the year as well. So these were two very popular Irish singer-songwriters. And they were popular for many reasons. But what they did more than anything else was they made it cool to sing Irish music again. For a lot of us, younger people, we were like, oh, I'm not singing that stuff, or you'd roll your eyes, And all of a sudden, these two icons were out belting out these old tunes, and you were like, you know what? It is cool to be Irish. It's okay to sing these old songs and maybe breathe a bit of life back into them. I'm going to do this song for you now. It was written by Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries, a big rock band that came out of Limerick in Ireland. And she wrote this song, believe it or not, when she was 18 years of age. And it's become a classic. So to be able to write so well at such a young age was quite remarkable. And it's based on her meeting a young fella at a dance, and they might have had a kiss or two that night, right? And she fell head over heels for him. And then I think they met each other a while later, and he was kissing somebody else. And sure, she was heartbroken. At that age, you think you're going to love and live forever with this person, And of course, it's quite amazing because it stands the test of age. It doesn't matter what age you are, when you get your heart broken, it kind of it's crushing, right? It's one of those things. And so she captured it in one song at the age of 18 in a very innocent manner, but it really is quite a beautiful song. So we decided we would record it. And as I said, we released it in Ireland, and it went in the Irish charts at number 7. I couldn't believe it. A classical singer in the Irish charts. I mean, it was ridiculous. Thank you. But anyways, he was right. Try something cool and different for a change, and then you can go back to doing your other stuff. So we did, and I hope you like it. It's my version of a lovely, lovely song called Linger. This is Chris playing for you now.
If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart, it's ruining every day. And I swore I would be true, and honey, so did you. So why were you holding his hand? Is that the way we stand? Were you lying all the time? Was it just a game to you? And I'm in so deep. I'm such a fool for you. You've got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to let it linger? Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could trying not to lie. Things wouldn't be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used, but you always really knew I just want to be with you. And I'm here so deep, you know I'm such a fool. You've got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to let it linger? And I'm here so deep, you know I'm such a fool. You've got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to let it linger?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Something different, right? You know, I've always been somebody who, and it's kind of one of those things that you see it on posters or advertisement for me regularly. It's like Ireland's crossover tenor. And I'll often get older people come up to me going, what does crossover mean? Like, where are you, is that coming from Ireland? Or like, what do you mean? You're crossing over the Atlantic? Or then, so I kind of try to explain that it's kind of, not that I dress differently at the weekends or, you know, it's, I just like to cross over all types of music and kind of put my version to other songs. And I think, you know, certainly when I was growing up as a young lad, and when I was studying as a tenor in particular in the Royal Irish Academy of Music, and I was training with some of the best kind of classical teachers in the country, and they very much wanted me to kind of stay on course, focused on opera and classical, and very much as I enjoyed it, the music, it was all a little bit too serious for me, you know, and I kind of liked just doing the classical stuff, but maybe doing other stuff as well, you know, and so I've kind of enjoyed doing that. And one of the groups that I grew up listening to, my mom was a huge fan of a group called the Beatles, yeah. And again, you may have heard of them. And the Beatles, anyway, were always playing in our house. There was a mixed bag of stuff that was always playing in our house, but the Beatles were always very much prominent in it. And I suppose as I got older, I started listening to the music a little bit differently and listening to the lyrics. And I mean, they were brilliant songs, you know, but I recorded a couple of songs over time of the Beatles. But I'm going to do one for you now. I recorded it on an album called What I Did for Love. It was with a 66-piece orchestra, which is quite ludicrous in this day and age because nobody's really buying music anymore. They're listening to it for free. And here am I bringing in 66 musicians who are all looking to get paid. It's why I'm not rich. But either ways, it's a beautiful song. I kind of... It's a song that I recorded. It was shortly after I had kind of, I'd lost my grandmother. My grandmother died at the age of 101 years of age. Can you believe that? Very, very close to my grandmother. And I think there was one of those things that you kind of, when you lose somebody close to you, you become very pensive and you kind of take time out and you think about your life and who's in it and who you're spending time with and all of those kind of things. And I remember this coming on my shuffle. You know, I was listening to it free. Anyways, it took me back and I thought, you know what, I really want to record this. And I haven't done it on tour so far, so I would like to do it for you tonight. And yeah, why not? I hope I have it here anyway after giving that lovely introduction. Anyways, it's a lovely song. It's a pensive song. And again, Christmas has that ability to have us just stop and think about, you know, who's in our life, you know, and who shouldn't be. But that's another day's talking. Anyways.
There are places I remember all my life. Some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some are gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments when lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead, and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about her. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love them more. I love you more.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I recorded an album there last year, an album by the name of By Contrast, and it was an album that was unusual to all the albums I'd done prior to that, primarily because, well, I didn't have the big orchestras on it, and although all the other albums had big orchestras on it, I wanted to strip it right back. I'd come out on the road a couple of times with one or two musicians, or I'd maybe just done gigs at home with one or two musicians, and I found that there was a very Have I died? I'm back. You know, I wanted to, I suppose, look at that. And also, you can't bring in a big orchestra every time you want to record a few songs. So I went with it, and it was wonderful. I enjoyed doing it. But I put a song on the album which I think you'll like. It's in the same vein of what we were just talking about. And I'd love for you to take a moment now and maybe think about those that are no longer with us for this Christmas or Christmases in the past. And I suppose, not meaning to make you sad or anything, but I just do think it's a lovely time of year. I think it's an important time of year to take time out and think of those that are with us or not, or whatever it might be. But it is a beautiful song, and I'd love to do it for you now. And it's called Jealous of the Angels. At least I hope so.
Didn't know today would be our last, that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb, I can't feel anymore. Praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love is on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. You always made my troubles feel so small. You were always there to catch me when I fall. And in a world where heroes come and go, when God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can, long for the day when I can see your face again. But until then, God must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight, singing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's have a little bit of fun. We'll go back to the Christmas stuff. We want to go back to the Christmas stuff? Yeah, okay. Are you happy to sing along to something for me? If you don't sing along, we'll just stop the Christmas stuff and I'll keep singing miserable songs to you. Your choice, your choice. Anyways, this one I think you will all know, but I'm kind of hoping you'll be my BVs. Can I get a bit more track there, Adam, if you got some? Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. While the merry bells keep ringing, happy holidays to you. Happy holidays. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming round. The snow is falling right on the ground. When sort old Santa gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney down. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming round. He got them toys for the good little boys, and Santa's a great big bundle of joy. He'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming
He'll have a big fat sack on his back with lots of presents for you and for me. He'll leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on a Christmas tree. It's the holiday season, so a hoop-a-dee-doo, a dickory-dock. Don't forget to leave up the sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll have a big fat pack upon his back, yeah, with lots of presents for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on a Christmas tree. It's the holiday season, so a hoop-a-dee-doo, a dickory-dock, and don't forget to hang up the sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday. Let the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Happy holiday, ooh, happy holiday, ooh. Well done, folks. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. My God. I don't know if backing vocalists are in your repertoire, but you're getting there. You're getting. Well, by the end of the show, we'll have warmed you up altogether. Okay, this is a song that I came across. The songwriter during a Christmas movie. Now, I'd heard about her, but not a lot. But there was a Christmas. We all have our favorite Christmas movies, right? And one of my favorite Christmas movies, anyways, is a movie called Love Actually. Right, Love Actually is great. 2 people love it. And anyways, what I love about it is that there's loads of different stories throughout the movie, and it gives a great reflection of the different types of Christmas for lots of different people. But there was a scene in the movie where Emma Thompson, the actress Emma Thompson, kind of discovers that her husband may or may not have been falling for another woman. And she goes to the bedroom. They're rushing the kids out to go to the school play. And she goes up to the bedroom and she sits by the side of the bed and she just breaks down. But she doesn't want the kids to see. And she does herself up and she comes down and she's fine, right? But all the way through that scene, it's a heartbreaking scene, but all the way through it, Joni Mitchell is playing Both Sides Now. She's singing Both Sides Now. And I remember just being floored by the music. The story had kind of become irrelevant. I was just like, who is this? What is that song? And I needed to find out more. And I did. And I dug deep into Joni Mitchell's repertoire. And she's got some catalogue of music, like really quite a beautiful singer and a songwriter. But I came across a song that she recorded. And although it's kind of now associated with Christmas, it wasn't released at Christmas, and she never intended it to be a Christmas song. But the idea was that this time of year, you kind of. Anyways, look, the song is a beautiful song, and I'm going to sing it. I recorded it on my album, I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I'm going to do it for you now. It's been a while since I've been doing these Christmas songs, so it's nice to revisit them all. It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, but it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Made my baby cry. She loved me so naughty and made me weak in the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've lost the best baby that I've ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to wish I had a river I could skate away on. Made my baby say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Thank you. The wonderful Joni Mitchell. Well, this next song I'm going to do is a song that was released in the 80s, I believe. A songwriter by the name of David Essex. Any David Essex fans? You know David Essex? Yeah. Just as well, because I often go to places here in the States and I mention his name and nobody knows him. And then I'm raging because I could just pretend I wrote the song. But this was his song. It was his first big hit. He was a huge artist, certainly in the UK anyway, I know that, and Ireland. This is kind of quite a cheesy song, right? It is a bit cheesy. But you know what I love? I love cheese. And you know what I know about America? You love cheese. Everything comes with cheese. You go into a coffee shop, can I just get an Americano? Would you like cheese with that, sir? No, just the coffee. And can I pick up paper there and newspaper? I'll take the Times. Would you like cheese with that, sir? So, yes, I do know that you guys love cheese. But this is cheesy music, and I'm a big fan of it. And I really would love you to sing along if you know it. And if not, you could just wave your hands at the chorus like this, you know, you get the lighters out. It's one of those kind of, it's one of those pieces. But I love singing it, and I can't wait for Christmas every year to do my cheesy number. The nights are cold and now maybe I should close the door. And anyway, the snow has covered all your footprints, and I can follow you no more. The fire still burns at night, my memories are warm and clear. And everybody knows it's hard to be alone at this time of year. Here we go. It was only a winter's tale, and just another winter's tale. Why should the world take notice of one more love that's failed? Yeah, it's a love that could never be, though it meant a lot to you and me. On a worldwide scale, it's just another winter's tale. The ladies have it here, yes. Excellent. I stand alone. A bell is ringing far away. I wonder if you hear, I wonder if you're listening. I wonder where you are today. Good luck, I wish you well, for all the wishes may be worth. I hope that love and strength are with you for the length of your time on earth. It was only a winter sail, and just another winter sail. Why should the world take notice of one more love that's failed? It's a love that could never be, though it meant a lot to you and me. On a worldwide scale, it's just another winter's day. Last time to be cheesy. Here we go, hands in the air. It was only a winter's tale, and just another winter's tale. Why should the world take notice of one more love that's failed? It's a love that could never be, though it meant a lot to you and me. On the worldwide scale, it's just another winter's tale. Very good, folks. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Brilliant. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. All we can do is ask you to take part, and you're doing very well. You're doing very well. I got up this morning early at, what was it, 4:30 this morning I got up, and I made my way to the Boston airport. I was in Boston last night, and I flew. So when I'm booking the tour, I really need to look at my geography, because I'm not great. You would think after 20-odd years of touring around America that I would have a better grasp of distance and space. And I just kind of, I look Boston, as I kind of see Missouri. Sure, that's not that far. Sure, look, that's about 20 minutes, you know. Anyways, three hours on a flight today. I was nearly back in Dublin. You know, that's the same. I think Dublin is 5 hours. I was like, mother of God, I could have just gone the other direction. But so it was a long flight, and I sat there writing Christmas cards on the flight. And I think the fella beside me, who was a young lad, was looking at me going, what are they? Nobody really sends Christmas cards. I don't know about yourselves, but Ireland, there's not a huge amount of Christmas card sending nowadays. It's just you get a text, Happy Christmas, hope you're grand, good luck, you know, see you for a pint, you know. Whereas when you get a little card in the letterbox, you think it's a bill. So it was kind of a long flight, but it was a nice flight. Where are we at? We're flying through this show, mother of God. I'm going to do an Irish song for you, if you don't mind. Would you be okay with an Irish song? Yeah. Now, I was trying to remember what I did in July. Who was here in July? Was any? Oh God, there's a few repeat offenders. Great, lovely. And so I'm trying to kind of remember what I did so that I won't bore you. I don't know if I did this song in July. Yeah. So you know, if it is, don't worry. It's only 3.5 minutes long. But it's like buses. There'll be another one coming very soon. So just hang tight. But this song I'm going to do for you now is quite a relevant song. More relevant now, I suppose, than possibly even the day it was written. There's a songwriter that came out of a place called Derry in Northern Ireland, a man by the name of Paul Brady. And Paul Brady is one of Ireland's finest singer-songwriters. And he wrote this song in the 80s at the height of the Troubles in Northern Ireland, which I'm sure you are all aware of. And it was where literally, I don't want to even get into it because it's a whole hour-and-a-half show in itself, or story, not a show. But a very, very difficult period in our history.
And when Paul wrote this song, it kind of caused a lot of controversy, because I suppose a lot of people were like, is he questioning us looking to become one country, as opposed to two countries? And so the Republican movement were very perturbed by it, and it caused a lot of friction initially. But it became quite a staple because it questioned the whole the whole point of losing our young and losing lives for a cause, And it hit a chord with a lot of people, and it became quite an iconic song in Irish history. And I think it is one of the most powerful, beautiful songs to ever have come out of our country. But why is it relevant now? Well, we're living in a very difficult time in history, I think, between the Russian and Ukraine war and between the war in the Middle East. It's just a very challenging, crazy time. And when you listen to the lyrics of this song, it's hard to believe that it was written so long ago and about a little place called Ireland. And I often say to people when I'm talking about the current situation, if the Catholics and the Protestants were able to sit down at a table and find peace after so long, there's hope. And that's the most important thing. There is hope, because Ireland is an example of it. We're living in peace, thanks be to God. So this is one of those songs I think that makes a statement, and it's I put it on my album By Contrast, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's simply called The Island.
They say the skies of Lebanon are burning, those mighty cedars bleeding in the heat. They're showing pictures on the television of women and children dying in the street. And we're still at it in our own place, still trying to reach the future through the past, still trying to carve tomorrow from a tombstone. But hey, don't listen to me, 'cause this wasn't meant to be no sad song. I've sung too much of them before. Right now I only wanna be here with you till the morning dew comes falling. And I wanna take you to the island and trace your footprints in the sand. And in the evening when there's no one around, we'll make love to the sound of the ocean. They're raising banners over by the markets, whitewashing slogans on the shipyard walls, witch doctors praying for a mighty showdown. No way our holy flag is gonna fall. And up here we sacrifice our children and teach them worn-out dreams of yesterday, and tell them dying will lead you into glory. But hey, don't listen to me, 'cause this wasn't meant to be no sad song. We've heard too much of them before. Right now I only wanna be here with you till the morning dew comes falling. And I wanna take you to the island and trace your footprints in the sand. And in the evening when there's no one around, we'll make love to the sound of the ocean. Now I know us plain folks don't see all the story, and I guess this peace and love's just copping out, and I guess these young boys dying in the ditches is just what being free is all about. This twisted wreckage down on Main Street will bring us all together in the end, and we'll go marching down the road to freedom.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm going to sing a song from Ireland now. This is a song that was made very, very popular over recent. Well, it's always been a popular song, but in recent years, it's kind of had a new breath of life in it, and it's a love song. But the Irish do love songs very differently to, let's say, the French or the Spanish or even the Americans. Our love songs generally don't end well. You know, we absolutely specialize in misery. We have an ability to kind of find stories, and if it's a sad story, we love it, and then we put music to it. But this particular song was a song that is about a man by the name of Joseph Plunkett. Joseph Plunkett was a freedom fighter from Ireland in the 1916 Rising, which happened on Easter Sunday. And long and short, without getting into a history lesson, basically the English came to visit and they forgot to leave. And after a while, the Irish said, listen, time is left. And it all kind of happened in 1916. It kind of came to a head in 1916. And there was a proclamation read at the GPO in Dublin. That's our post office in Dublin, and our main post office. And all hell broke loose, right? And all the little rebels, and I say little because there wasn't a huge amount of them, the rebellion was kind of quashed within a few days. It was all over, and lots of people lost their lives, civilians included. But those that survived were taken to a prison called Kilmainham Jail in Dublin. And if you're ever in Dublin, if you're ever coming to Ireland, be sure and visit Kilmainham Jail. It gives it a whole perspective as to what happened back then. And in actual fact, if you are interested in coming to Ireland, I'm doing a bus tour in May. So come with me. I'm doing a week's tour around Ireland. It's lots of fun, and you're welcome. There's brochures there if you want to come. But I won't turn this into an advertisement. But the point anyways being was Grace Gifford was Joseph Plunkett's love, the love of his life. And he was sentenced to death by the British government. And as a dying wish, he was granted permission to marry Grace. So she was brought into Kilmainham Jail, and there was a little Catholic chapel in Kilmainham Jail. They were married, and they had 15 minutes together, and then she was taken out of the prison, and the next morning he was shot. Now, 15 minutes of marriage. It's longer than most of the Kardashians have been married. But still, it's a very short period. very short wedding. A very short marriage. And what's quite lovely about it is that she never married again. she was totally devoted to Joseph Plunkett and the cause, and she became quite a historical figure in her own right. But this, I think, is one of the most beautiful love songs. As I said, if it was French, he would have escaped from the prison and they would have lived happily ever after, you know. But it was an Irish song, so inevitably it has that kind of sad twinge to it. But it is still one of the most beautiful romantic songs, and I'd love to sing it for you tonight, if you don't mind. It's not Christmassy, but it's Irish, and this is what you get. It's my show, so I do what I want. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. It's simply called Grace.
As we gather in the chapel here, no Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, well, they say we failed. In our school days, they had told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. And there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I have for these brave men, my love for this great land. But when Corey called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own cement. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I loved so much that I could see his blood upon the rose. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I always kind of love singing that song. It's just one of those songs, and a kind of prime example of when I was growing up, you'd hear those old balladeers singing these songs, and you'd kind of, when you were young and you thought you were cool, you'd roll your eyes, you know. As I said, Shane MacGowan and the likes of would sing these songs, and you'd kind of start understanding them a little bit better. I think as you get older, I'm sure we're all the same, we all study we appreciate our history a little bit more, you know. And I always say that if, when we were in school, it was taught to us in a more relaxed manner, we might be a little bit more tuned in. Do you know what I mean? I used to love history in school, but I always did awful in the exams because they wanted the exact date when you were writing out the answers. So I'd be like, yeah, in 19 something or another, you know, Grace Gifford and Joseph Plunkett, and I'd be able to tell the story, but the finer details were a little bit more challenging. But anyways, I've grown to appreciate Irish history and a love of my country, very much a love of my country. So as I said, if you'd like to come to Ireland and you'd maybe have no holidays planned for May of next year, come along with me. You'll have the crack, I promise. Irish crack, not American crack. I promise you there will be no American crack on my bus tour, okay? All right. We're kind of running close to the end of the show, so we're going to go do a couple of Christmassy songs to finish up. Is that all right? Did you all have a good time? Yeah, okay, good. Of a Monday night, you're out on a Monday night. My God almighty, fair play to you. So this is a song. I want to tell you about this song that I'm going to do for you now. We all know it, and it's one of those Christmas songs we've all grown up listening to. When I was a young lad, this year marks a very special year for me, because I released my first album 30 years ago. This Christmas, 30 years ago. Hard to believe, I'm only 37, you know. Amazing, right? Well, but know when to laugh. That wasn't a joke. Well, obviously, I am joking. But 30 years ago, I recorded my first album called The Golden Voice of Paul Byrom, right? And it was recorded, it was an idea that my grandfather had because I was singing all the time. And I was singing in all different churches and concert halls and venues. I did my first opera at the age of 12. He was like, well, if his voice breaks, as often is the case with the boy soprano's voice, we'll be left with nothing. We won't have any memory of his voice. So we should record it and just have it, you know, in the family. So I went in, recorded this album, 22 tracks in 2 days. Ridiculous. Like I had an engine back then. Now, not so much. But in any case, we went in and recorded 21 tracks, in 2 days. And anyways, that was all grand. And then all of a sudden, the powers that be that heard the album decided it should be released. And it was released into general public because it was a little bit better than they thought it would be. So, all was grand. And I apologize for those of you that go looking for it. It is available on my website, but I apologize for the picture on the front. I thought I was cool, as in wearing a checkered shirt. It was an awful idea. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Fast forward a good few years, and I'm doing the Christmas album, I'll Be Home for Christmas, and putting together the set list. And my mother turns around, as Irish mothers do. I don't know what American mothers are like. I only have the one mother. But Irish mothers are experts in a lot of fields. You know, like my mother is an expert in medicine, an expert in science, politics, dress sense, and music. All these things she must have studied, unbeknownst to us. So whenever I'm doing something, she's like, "You're wrong. You need to do that." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, didn't realize." Or if I'm taking a cough bottle, that's the wrong cough bottle. You need to take this cough bottle. Have you got honey? Yes, I've got honey. That's the wrong honey. You need to take this kind of honey. I mean, I'm surprised that the UN haven't got onto her to go to the Middle East. It would be all sorted in 20 minutes, you know. But in any case, though, she came to me with the idea. She says, "Do you know what you should do? You should do a duet with yourself." okay, Mom. And, you know, I kind of was worried that maybe something had kicked in, you know, and so I was like, So anyways, I was joking about this to the producer of the album, the Christmas album. We were in studio, and he goes, that's a really good idea. And I said, what? So he says, let's try it. Anyways, we did it. And it ended up being a great idea. But we never, if you ever meet my mother, don't ever tell her you thought it was a great idea. That's only going to fuel the fire, all right? But anyways, we did a duet on the Christmas album, Silent Night. Very simple, Silent Night. So it's Paul Byrom duetting with Paul Byrom. And I'm going to do it for you now, okay? I'm not going to try and be a boy soprano now, but just when you hear the boy soprano, you'll know that that's me, all right? So it's a little special moment. I'm very grateful to her for lots of things. She's made me the man I am today, but this is also her idea. Silent night, holy night, all is calm. Thank you. Thank you. Something different, right? Something different. You're possibly not going to go see anybody this Christmas who'll duet with themselves. And I really hope that's the case, because if they are, it's going to be dreadful. Anyways, we're getting close to the end. We're going to have an old sing-song before we finish, okay? This is where we all get a little bit silly. And you can throw back to when you were a little boy and a girl growing up. Now, there is one speed bump in this medley of songs we're going to do, and it's called Frosty the Snowman. Okay? I don't know Frosty the Snowman all that well. I've been singing it for years, and I still get the words wrong all the time. So when it comes, you'll see me very close like this, okay? But don't let me down. If you know it, sing along, okay? We're coming close to the end. This might be your last chance to sing Christmas carols, because the rest of the time you might have to be serious, or Christmas songs, or you might have to be mature or an adult or whatever. Now is the time to just have the crack. Okay? Now, don't let me down, folks, because you've been great so far, and I would hate to be leaving here kind of slightly depressed that nobody likes the Paul Byrom Christmas medley. All right? As I said, remember, when it comes to Frosty the Snowman, stick with me, okay? Here we go. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh, over fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on sleigh bells ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm a-telling you why. Claus is coming to town. Very good. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa's coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not pout, you better not cry, I'm a-telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Here we go, ready? Frosty the Snowman, oh, with the cornpipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old hat they found. Oh, when they put it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. You're very good, thank you. Hey, here we go, this is a lovely one, here we go. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can. And later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland. To face unafraid
plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Who have we forgotten? Oh yeah, the fellow that's got the same nose as me. Big. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, he would even say it glows. All the other reindeer, they used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. And then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Hey Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide our sleigh tonight?" Then all the others loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. May your days be merry and white, and may all your Christmases be white. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. You were great. You were great. Well done, well done, well done. You've been a wonderful audience tonight, and I do appreciate you all coming out of a Monday and to see me. I'm very appreciative. If you enjoyed the show, be sure and tell everybody. You know, if you didn't enjoy the show, will you keep it to yourself? That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to thank a couple of people. Mary Sanders, you met on the way in. Mary, thank you so much for bringing me back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And her lovely daughter, Molly, who is helping out as well, all voluntary and just supporting the arts. I met Mary many years ago in a PBS TV station when I was selling my wares. Well, selling Celtic Thunder's wares, but, you know, Mary was always so accommodating and so lovely. And, you know, when you meet some people and you just click, you know, and I did with Mary, and she was the lady that introduced me to this church and to all that goes with it, and it's been a wonderful journey ever since. I want to thank Adam James for the sound and lighting and all the rest. He's also
I think streaming it for people that couldn't come. So fair play to you, Adam. Thank you so much. And that's really it. I want to thank the pilot for getting me here, and that's about it. But I do want, most importantly, thank you, and thank you for supporting me. Oh yeah, no, I'll finish. Then this is not the end. I'll do one more song. Dear God, it's like turning into Dr. Phil. They're give out to me now. So we are going to finish. We're going to do one more song, a Christmas song, don't worry. And then what'll happen is I'll bow, right? And then I'll leave, okay? There'll be there's no encore. I'm too old, I'm too tired. I'm not going to go over there and stand waiting to see if he's want an encore. This is the encore, right? The White Christmas was the end of the show. This is the encore. And then when I go, we can all go. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm going to try this one now. At the end of the night, I'm always a little bit nervous about it because it takes a bit of energy and effort and voice. So it could be great. It could also be awful. So let's just hope for the best. Thank you again.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night of stars sweetly beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand, led by the light of a faith sweetly gleaming. Here came the wise men from the Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, in all our trials, born to be our King. He knows our needs. He guarded us from danger, and behold your King, and before the lowly bird heart your King before the lonely burn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good night and God bless.